Once upon a time, there lived a dog called Bingo. Bingo had always been the heart of the family. With his shiny black and brown coat and bright, loving eyes, he was more than just a guard dog. He was a companion, a friend and a protector. Every night, he slept on the soft bed next to his humans, snuggling close to feel their warmth. The crackling fireplace nearby added to the comfort, casting flickering shadows that danced across the room. But life changed when the family welcomed a baby. The once quiet home filled with laughter, cries, and the endless shuffle of tiny feet. Bingo noticed the changes immediately. His humans were busier, their hands full with the new arrival. The bed, once shared with Bingo, now had no room for him. One evening, as the family gathered by the fire, Bingo lay on his old bed nearby. He watched them laugh and share tender moments, but he felt invisible, like a shadow of what he once was to them. A single tear rolled down his face as he realized he was no longer the center of their world. The next morning, Bingo made a decision. Quietly, he slipped out of the gate and walked down the familiar road, his paws crunching softly against the gravel. He wasn't running away out of anger. He simply wanted to find a place where he could feel loved again. Days turned into weeks. Bingo roamed the countryside, sleeping under starry skies, meeting kind strangers who offered him scraps of food and gentle pats. But his heart ached for the family he left behind. Back at home, the family soon realized Bingo was gone. They searched everywhere, calling his name, leaving food and blankets at the gate, hoping he would return. The baby, now a little older, seemed to sense the loss too. She often pointed to Bingo's favorite spot by the fire and babbled words no one could understand. One stormy night, as the rain poured and the wind howled, Bingo found himself shivering under a tree. He thought of the warm bed by the fireplace, the familiar scent of his family, and the baby's innocent giggles. Despite everything, he missed them deeply. The next morning, as the storm cleared, Bingo mustered his courage and began the long journey home. When he finally reached the house, he hesitated at the gate, unsure if he would still be welcomed. But before he could take another step, the door flew open. The entire family rushed out, tears streaming down their faces. The baby wobbled toward him, her tiny arms outstretched. Bingo's tail wagged furiously as he licked her face, his heart swelling with joy. The family embraced him, apologizing with words he couldn't understand, but feelings he could. That night, Bingo was back in his old spot by the fire, the baby curled up next to him. He realized he didn't have to compete for love. It had been there all along, waiting for him to return. And so, Bingo's story became one of resilience, forgiveness, and the unbreakable bond of family.